Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the play, Sean Madden. It's so many, get the Sunday Madden.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Right to the air. Here's Murray. Forced out to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are. And now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Up the middle they go. It's Gibbs, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll run again, and this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. The kick by Gold is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Vikings take over first down and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start first and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, Gibbs. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
So So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Another run now for Nwangu. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're going for it. Hits Murray.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Looking for Shepard deep.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Lions at 4-5, a game under 500. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now it's Wilson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
On second down now, it's Gibbs. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs, and a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go jet sweep here with Williams. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson able to find Walter. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
He's going to try and go deep again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Sutton. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fields it right around the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Murray going to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shaw. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2 yards on the pickup. That's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Murray now. And caught by London. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down is Murray. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. On first down, they'll run with the Wanderoo. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with the Wanderoo. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. They'll go right back to the Wanderoo. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Murray sets to throw on 4th. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency. Because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And it's still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit if they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Murray. In trouble, and he's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down Broadway.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar. The
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Kyler Gordon,
credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 29 yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
He's going to air one out for Anderson. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Touchdown, Minnesota.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Play action. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but We know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Now Murray off play action. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Vikings have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Vikings 24, Lions 17.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Fields this way up at the 17.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
A gain of 26 yards. That's good for the Lions. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Play action. It's Wilson. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. Well, they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
21 yards. That's good for the Lions.
They go play action with Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Gibbs, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Now it's Wilson. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. Now Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. The kick by Gould is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Murray. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They fake the handoff, now Murray. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
In motion goes the tight end. They go play action now. Wilson steps away. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner. We watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Steps away to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Flush to his right. He'll look downfield for Waller. And that is dropped. Oh,
Oh, my goodness. That could have been a game changer, but he could not hang on.
A 4th and very long coming up. You're out of field goal range. I don't know that you can go for this.
Well, I know that you want to, right? You know that they want to say, hey, let's go for this. We've got the perfect play drawn up. Let's do it. But I wouldn't go for it either. I agree with you totally. You're only down 1 score. Punt it. Let your defense pick you up.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Vikings will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working.
26-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Play fake. Murray. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Derek Barnes
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
He only gave them an instant to react. It was a classic case of if you blink, you missed it. Off of the line and to the quarterback in just a couple of seconds. Running back only had a moment to react and attempt to throw a block.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Murray now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Shaw.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Nwangu going to get it on the counter.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Up the middle, Nwangu.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
They'll try again, and this time he'll work his way in. Touchdown, Vikings. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over, and here a late turnover leads to a 4th-quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Kene Nwangu. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
38, Lions 20.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Stopped on the play by Kyler Gordon.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing now is Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs.
And he'll get 2 or 3 out of that one as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 1 yard to go on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of.
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Sterling Shepard. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And the formula there on the 2-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you, because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. He's going to look deep down the field. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. 67 yards.
And the Vikings add on to their 4th quarter lead, and they are on their way to improving to 8-2.
The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and Remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
Second down at 4.
Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Lewis Cine. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.